So I'm guessing that all the audio and stuff is good. Let's see. Who's... Hello! That's good. Oh. That better? I don't think I changed it since, we were doing the multi-stream, and I needed to be able to hear what AWOL was saying. So, that makes sense. Let's see. My desk is covered in random stuff because I've been working on a video, and I need to get around to actually doing it. Yay. Let's see. Way too many random things on my desk right now. Let me spend a minute to clean them up. Never realized just how many different paints that I use in a single paint session, or for a single model. Not the worst thing in the world, right? Let's see. Good now. Okay. So, this is the Primaris example I used. And where is he? I've started working on the Justiciar a little bit. He has a long way to go, but, you know, he started. The Librarian is also a little bit of the way in. And I've done 2 colors on my Eradicators. So... whereas some of them are still just black prime. So, at least I have the base gray down on some of them. But I should try to get them to at least 3 color minimum. I'm not going to get them all there today, but... But I was thinking if I could get the oily steel and mahogany brown down on my unit of 10 Infernus Marines. That would at least be a start. Putting that tray... Putting the tray down on the floor so I can't knock it off the table. But yeah, I figured that would be a good start tonight. If I get through 10 models with 2 colors, then that's a great little bit of work. And we could always go for more if I have time, or, you know, a different color, or more of these, or whatever. Yeah. So. Wow. I'm just... Yeah. It's been a weird week. I've been productive, but I haven't finished any projects. Well, that's not true. I mean, I technically haven't based these, but they are painted. I don't know. Alright, oily steel. Let's get some painting done. Yeah. Alright. Let's see, what parts? I also had a kind of late start tonight. I lost track of time. Nearly didn't have time to eat before a stream. So, you know. Just one of those days, I guess. I don't know. Oh, and so my list... Okay, that's cool. That's a lot of work, huh? Yeah, so with the updated points recently, this unit of 10 actually went up 20 points. And because of that, my 1500 point list is, you guessed it, 20 points heavy. So to get rid of that, I have to drop 2 characters and put 2 different characters in. And then I'm going to be 10 points under instead. The point values are kind of weird right now. If I had several others built and ready, I could change my list even more, but as far as just being ready to play tomorrow, that's going to be the easiest way to do it, and it's just weird. Like, some are 70 points, some are 55. I have 2 units that are 80 points apiece that I have to have in there because we're required to have 2 battle line. And but it, you know, at the same time, these guys do now have -1 AP. So maybe they can actually do something instead of just whooshing all over the place without doing anything. I don't know. The balances are cool. I know some people go out and buy new models based on the point values and stuff, the balances. I'm just running my salamanders as salamanders. Pew pew pew. Whoosh. Whoosh whoosh. I actually have another unit of 10 of these that I haven't done anything with yet. And at 2,000 points, they're supposed to have both squads, but I just haven't gotten there yet. I'm currently 0 and 6 in the Crusade. I'm going to blame the fact that they're not painted as the reason. But yeah, I've played 6 games so far. Tomorrow's going to be game 7. And we should have a total of 12 or 13 games in the whole of the Crusade. So we're halfway done. And I've yet to win a game. Yep. Yeah, sounds good. Yeah. I don't mind having a win streak of 0. Let's see. But that piece gets there just because I have a habit of doing metal for that. Don't actually know how much of this I was supposed to do as oily steel and how much I'm supposed to do as the emerald. Oh well. Thanks, Mustache. I forgot about that. Hmm. Okay. I also had the weird thought, where exactly on a model do I count it as complete when I have plans to make it battle ready, play with it for a while, and then eventually do the flame work? Because the flame work isn't a requirement for battle ready, but it is a requirement for me to finishing the model itself. I mean, I guess the answer is it's not completed until I've done the flame work, even if I have it based in battle ready. Technically, right? Hmm. I guess I can't really consider it complete until it's complete, right? Yeah, that's true. I mean, in theory, I will get a bunch of models battle ready, but not complete. Welcome. How are you this evening? That's not what I wanted to do. Don't do that again. That's good to know. Hmm. I mean, I guess that's right. That just feels different. Something feels off. Huh. Speed paints can be pretty cool. You can still water them down. Not, you know, you don't want to do it as far, but you can use them as washes or as tints, depending on how much you want to go with it. You do want to put it on a little bit heavier than you would normally do with an acrylic. So, like right now, I'm using oily steel, but right on my desk, I do have some sand golem and some hardened leather. So, it's nice when you have different tools for different projects. I feel as though my seed is maybe a little bit lower than normal. Maybe by a quarter of an inch, but I don't know. But yeah, I'm just trying to get these guys battle ready. I should have been focusing on these guys for a while now, but when you have other projects on the table and they're taking priority. It's, you know, it happens sometimes. Only so many hours of hobbying in a week, you know? And honestly, I think I need to actually retire this, this is a Space Marine. It's been, what, 2 months? More than that I've worked on some Space Marines? Or any Warhammer? I figured it was about time that I worked on my Crusade game minis since, we're 6 weeks into the Crusade, and I haven't really painted any of them. Oh yeah? What are you looking for? Intercessors? Okay. They just got better shooting, huh? You're not gonna play what? You're not gonna play any Space Marines, or I don't know. Based on my Crusade list, uh, other than my Infernus Marines going up 20 points for the unit of 10, I have better AP on more than half of my list now. I just have to drop 20 points off of my list now at 1,500 points, which is going to be harder than it sounds. Ah, I am making mistakes. Oh, okay. And 220 more elves. Okay. So anyway, I was saying, my intercessors have gotten better number of shots. The Reavers that haven't actually shown up in the game yet now have AP1 weapons. The Infernus squad now has AP1. My Stern Guard veterans that were horrible might actually be playable, but I don't know yet. Because they went up in price, and they weren't part of my 1,500 point list, so I don't know when I'll actually get to seeing if they're good or not. But, you know, things change. It happens. Kind of roll with it when it comes to 40k. But I gotta get these things painted, you know? This is, what, the 4th Crusade that I've tried? Or no, not 4th Crusade, but 3rd Crusade. And I've done 1 Escalation League, and I treat them both as escalations. Where I want to try to get the units painted up, and I've failed every single one, so maybe I'll actually get this done before the end of the Crusade? Not going to. Yeah, narratives are pretty cool. The narrative on mine is everyone is horrible and can't do anything right. I was going to paint up units as they were marked for greatness, as they get kills and everything in the game. In 6 games, I've killed 11 units. The first 3 games, I only killed 1 unit a game. So, I've been having poor luck with them, but I'm gonna stick it out and try to get my Legion painted up as much as I can. But I'm still trying to decide how I want to base the Dread Mechs. That sounds amazing. I keep thinking about more time. I don't have anyone nearby to play. I'm still trying to get more people around here to play. It takes time. Um, oh, why am I just so tired or whatever? That is funny. Swarm tactics. You still need to upload an unboxing. I still have probably 2 hours left on my video for tomorrow. Between editing and actually filming the last bit. Ah, gonna be a late night. At least I'm hoping I'll get some views out of it. But yeah, Mordheim always looked fun. I've wanted to play it, but I've not had anyone nearby to play it with. So, you know, what do you do? I've tried to talk friends and family into playing it. That hasn't worked. Hmm. Yeah, there's so many things that I would like to do, but the last two videos have just been... I don't know, I think I took on too much to do it. I need to do some more simpler videos. They don't need to take up so much time. I don't know. I mean, I have the video idea for next Saturday. So not, a few hours from now. I already have several hours put into it, and the models are sitting on the table right off screen, and they look cool, but they still need more work. I will give you a very, very, very fast sneak peek. But as you could see in that very quick sneak peek, they're not quite the right color yet. Yep. They're slightly off color-wise, but I still need to work on those. It's like, that's not a small model, and they come two to a pack. So but I'm trying to get them finished painting. So, hopefully it'll be a nice video once it's out. Things like that. It's when you have an idea of what you want to do and you're trying to work on it, but it just takes up more time than you thought. There's only one solution to it, and that's keep on working on it. So these guys are taking me, what, 10 to 15 minutes apiece? Just for the metal? Yay. I don't have any gunpla to wave around, but Neko? Neko. I don't know. Yamaneko? Ana? Um... No, it's one thing is the dialects. Like I know a few words of that general area, and I don't know which ones are which and which ones translate properly because I know a few words in Okinawan. Mm. Gunpla? Gunpla not yet. Um I've been trying to figure out which I would be interested in. Um I've done a little bit of research on it, and I just need to get to a store that sells some, and because I would rather purchase in person for the first one. Um, I don't know if I actually want to start with entry grade, so there is that. Plus, my backlog's so big right now. I figured maybe something to do in the in the near future. Again, I've yet to purchase any Gundam kits. Um, Solvix was trying to explain to me a little bit of it, and I just haven't purchased any yet. Like I said earlier in the stream, there's only so many hours of hobby time per week, and I have so many projects that are just waiting to be done. So, oh yeah, I'm not saying as far as lore. I'm talking about just finding the proper one of scale and difficulty level and uh accessibility and aesthetics. Like, isn't there one that's kind of roundish with two big shoulder mounted things? Yeah. I know what I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying. I need to do a little bit more research. I'm probably going to just go to a store that sells it and just go, I like that model, and call it a day. But the nearest store that sells it is 45 minutes away. And honestly, my shipping around here right now is pretty bad. Things that are supposed to be delivered on Tuesday end up getting here on Friday. So I don't trust it right around this time of year, so going and picking up in person is the way I can guarantee I'll get it. Ah, yeah. Um, I'm in North Georgia, but they just opened a new distribution area, and everything is screwed up. Um, like things that should be here in 3 days are getting here a week or more later. So, I ordered something middle of November on Amazon, and it still hasn't arrived. Other things have shown up, but that particular item still hasn't. So, this time of year, I would much rather buy it physically in a store and know where I got it, and that I'll have it as soon as I pay for it. I have yet to be at. I have yet to go to Dragon Con, but it's about 2 hours from here. Um, yeah, but that's why I've been hesitant to just purchase something. When am I gonna get a dragon for BattleTech? So that I can paint it uh Draconis Combine colors? That makes sense. um I think I got all of his metal. Yeah, okay. All the oily steel is done on him. I'm down to... Alright, let's see. Um, one moment. I don't know, when am I gonna have a dragon? I have no idea when I'm gonna have a dragon. It'll be really nice to paint up when I paint up my Hatchet Man. But yeah, the most recent Battletech painted up was my Dreadlance. So this was what I painted up on Tuesday. I have quite a few models not painted. Come on. That shouldn't be the crazy thing to my collection. But no, I have tons of stuff to work on. I just need to actually get around to doing it. If anything, I should probably slow down on my purchases. Yeah, that's gonna happen. But no, I have the dragon and the hatchet man, and I believe I have a panther somewhere over there. So I just need to figure out what the fourth one is going to be in that lance. Yep. I don't have any micro armor, but I did find a copy of Ogre at the game shop the other day. So I have 85 hovercraft and tanks and infantry to paint up on that. Build and paint. And I have some metal trikes and tanks and stuff like that. But yeah, the micro armor does look pretty cool. I just don't have anywhere around here that has it. And yeah, I do need to actually make some lore for my stuff. Oh, a dozen fleas sound amazing. I still want to see them do a bug lance or a bug company box. That would be helpful. Because I would love to just have 3 or 4 different companies of just small mechs. I know they don't always sell the packs. You know, the small mechs don't always sell the packs. People want to get those big assaults and heavies and stuff, but sometimes it's nice to just have a whole bunch of small mechs. Mm-hmm. Yeah, one thing I have some of the Blast Tech and the 2014 Alpha Strike boxes, as well as my CGL new stuff. I have a miscellaneous from all of those. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I've only been doing Battletech for, what, 4 months? 5 months now? I've read 20 some odd books. Um, I've painted up 52? Mm-mm. I've actually painted up 69 mechs. Um, and I've only gotten one game in so far. Yep. Um, but yeah, I'm working on painting up some more and cleaning up some more for priming next time it's warm enough. And I'm hoping to get some games in, if not by the end of the year, start of next year. Mm-hmm. Yeah, if I could get some people around here to play the role-playing game, I would totally be doing that. Being that I'm 2 hours out of Atlanta, there's several people who play on the other side of Atlanta. And it's just like, I would really like to get more games in, but that type of travel is a little bit long. You know, it takes a while to get there. So, but I'll get some games in, and in the meantime, I'll continue reading and painting, and I have several mats. Um, but yeah, I'm working on it. My first game had a very, very poorly designed, what was it? My Marauder exploded on me. Mm-hmm. No. Um, military base is like 50 minutes from here, over a mountain. Um, there are other people who play east of Atlanta, which is quite a bit of travel as well. And I am trying to get the game shop that I play at to start carrying it and getting more people to play. I had 2 people say that they are not willing to purchase models, but they would be willing to play if they used my models. So, absolutely. One of them said tentatively on the 28th. So if I can't get a game then, I'll be sad, but I'll understand. But it does mean I need to make sure all of the things that I need are ready to go. So no, there are quite a few mountains in Georgia. Um, they're not quite the same as, you know, the West Coast, but they exist. Yeah, the Appalachian Trail is actually closer to me than the game shop I go to. Yeah, there's a reason I go hiking every now and then. Yeah. Yeah, I'll say the closest I've ever come to Alaska was uh going to Washington State. That and Oregon. Um Closest I've been to England is well, I've been to Maine, Vermont, well, Maine, New Hampshire, and Massachusetts. So, but yeah. I mean, I've seen the real mountains. As someone who lives on the East Coast, I can definitely say I have seen the real mountains. But yeah, I would love to get Ogre built and painted, and some more of my mechs, and get um, these guys battle ready, and get my videos done for the next couple of weeks. Um, it would be nice to just have a week where all I do is the stream for, you know, Especially since, you know, family time and all that stuff. Really? That is very cool. I was actually thinking that once it got warmer again, so sometime next year, I would go hike Blood Mountain and paint a Blood Angels character on top of the mountain. Thought that would be a fun painting challenge. Only the paints that I brought, you know. Bring a small wet palette with me and a couple of brushes and just sit up there for a few hours and paint. Maybe I'll do Mephiston, because I still haven't built or painted him. I have the old Finecast one. But that might be fun. No, that's the thing. Something that cool, people aren't going to mess with. That's like the rock gardens that they make in places. People aren't going to screw around with those. They understand. That's a thing. Yeah. I don't think I've ever really enjoyed resin builds. Whether they're GW or not. I much prefer plastic and metal. Some of my favorite models that I've painted have been metal models. I did the old Inquisitor in Terminator armor several months ago, along with the, what was it, the Calexis Assassin? Which one was it? No, Eversor. The Eversor. Yeah. But I've enjoyed some metal stuff. I've enjoyed plastic. I have yet to enjoy any fine cast or resin. But yeah, actually the first Battletech minis I got were in January this year, and I didn't even know what they were when I got them. They were part of a big old metal lot that I picked up at a swap meet. because the box said free on it. And I was like, hey, that's cool. Whatever they are. So... I was looking at the prices of metal models here, and I was looking at how they are priced for you. Some of the things that you've said you've looked at. Yeah, it might actually be less expensive to import, pay duties and stuff, and get them off of European sites instead of buying them in US. It's crazy. I might just not be looking in the right spots, but like $8 to $10 a model when you're talking about things that are less than 2. Wild. There's a lot of benefits to metal. I like that it's less intensive to create the original mold, and you can cast them up pretty quick, and if you don't need them, you can melt them back down. Or poor models being melted back down. But just the industrialization of creating the plastic and the amount of waste that you get, I can understand wanting metal over plastic. Yep. Oh. Oh yeah, yep. Yep. I was looking at the Wargames Atlantic sprues and seeing what they had available, and yeah, I might talk the hobby shop into going in and splitting, say, 6 or 8 of their kits across people, because they have some pretty cool stuff, but I don't need, 35 of one and 24 of another. And I have been looking at the Infinity stuff. Looking. I haven't purchased any. I haven't. Nope. Too many things right now. Too many things on my desk. Physically and metaphorically. So, Conflict 47, I know is not the same as Dust Tactics, but they're both similar in design, right? Like, they're both World War II continued on type games, but I haven't really looked into Conflict because I had purchased Dust. Yeah. I mean, Solvix, I already told you, if I knew someone else in the area that played Infinity, I would be more likely to purchase it, because currently I would have to purchase at least 2 forces and all terrain and other necessities to play it, because no one else will be playing it. And then I would have to figure out which of the models that I'd actually want to buy and which ones I could use, and yeah. I'm actually shocked at how few people around here play Malifaux, being that Weird Minis is actually in reasonable distance here. I think it's down near Atlanta. But like, I have enough that I could play 2 guild armies at once with no overlap. And I have a couple of models that could go into other other guilds, or not guilds, other factions. But no one around here is playing it. And I like those models, they're pretty cool. I still need to build and paint those. Okay, so Conflict has more sci-fi than Dust did. At least it sounds like it. Okay. Like, I know that Dust had Tesla-powered tank guns and stuff like that. Big gorillas and zombies at the end, but I don't know. I'm not against collecting a game that doesn't exist anymore. I have Starship Troopers. Even got some models painted. Okay. Okay. Are they 28 millimeter? Like, that is one of the ones that is, right? Okay, so it sounds to me like I could theoretically use my Dust Tactics minis in a Conflict 47 game. Hmm. Okay. Sure. Hmm. That's fine. I mean, I'm currently working on painting, so it's not like I'm gonna immediately jump over to it. So. Alright. Have a good one, Lefevre. These Space Marines, they're never ending. That's what I get for building a mostly infantry list, right? in choosing a color scheme that I can't just slap 2 base coats down and call it a day. Like, if I chose a color scheme where I could prime one color, do 2 detail colors quickly on it, and then do a wash, that would make sense. But no, I have to choose something where I have all these little bits and pieces that I'm changing color in, and I have to paint 4 colors before I even do the wash, before I even do a highlight or the other colors that I need to do, or a flame work. I'm not complaining. I really am not. So, I'm running them as salamanders, but I'm painting them up in a kind of a Legion of the Damned look. The little firstborn is my color guide, which you can't even see from that angle. He's got... Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. Yeah, there we go. So I plan on doing not just 2 color flames. I'm planning on freehanding like 5 or 6 colors of flame. But first I have to get the force to battle ready. So that is the oily steel, the black, the sand yellow, and the brown. Once I get those colors down, I then do the Nuln Oil wash over the whole model. I base them up, which I have an idea for the basing. I haven't actually done one yet. And then I'll have them ready for battle ready, and then all I have to do is freehand flame work. So that's the plan. And I know I only have another 2 weeks this year. I would really like it if the whole army is battle ready by then. Don't need to have any of the freehand, but if I could get it battle ready before the end of the year, that would be really nice. But if it takes me 2.5 hours to get the oily steel on 10 models, I don't know. That might be too much. Might be too much. I should easily be able to get 1,000 points battle ready by then. Which would be nice because I think of my, what was it, 17 armies that I wanted to do for the year. You know, I wanted them all to have at least 1,000 points battle ready. I think half have it right now. Yeah. No, I knew that I wasn't going to actually reach the every single army at 1,000 points or more battle ready, but I had to at least set myself a goal. And I mean, with the Battletech minis and the spearheads and Marvel Crisis Protocol, I mean, they kind of pulled some of my time away from other things. So I don't regret spending the time painting the things that I've painted. MCP nearly done. What? That just means you need more MCP, right? Oh. I have too much MCP to be nearly done. Come on. Uh... I have a lot more than 20 more to paint. I have more than 20 to build. I don't have 200 yet. I have fully painted 18 Marvel Crisis Protocol models so far. That includes terrain, and my total collection still has another 30 minis to build. And I'm still waiting for one of them to even get to me. I take my time. Uh, Thanos. I have all the other ones on the list, but Thanos still hasn't arrived. Which is okay, because I still haven't built any of the Black Order. That one got postponed. I just got it in the mail, like, 2 days ago. So... But I only have 2 boxes that I plan on purchasing when the shop gets them in. Until then, I'm going to focus on the ones that I have, because I have a lot of building and painting to do. And I actually want to have them so I can play. Mm-hmm. So the company I want to buy the Chorfs from still hasn't received an order in yet, so I can't place that. I've been waiting. It will probably be sometime next year. Early when I buy them, but I'm just keep an eye out for them. Plenty to work on until then. It just means more BattleTech and MCP time spent until I get them, you know? Not the worst thing in the world. Yep. So the place I'm looking at has free shipping over $100, and so I'd have to buy 3 boxes, and they've only had 2 in stock. Not that I can really spend that right now anyway. Like I said, I kinda spent my budget already for the year. But if I had it ready to go and spend right now, I would. But since I'm also trying to save the money for that, it's not really a priority to be like, hey, company, do you have these? I need these. So I'm keeping an eye out on them though. Hmm. Yes. All right. This is the last of this unit of 10 for the oily steel. Which means I might actually be able to get the pouches done as well. That would be nice. That was the goal for the night, right? Oh, tea. Tea sounds good. I just got distracted. Where was I? There we go. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. I might just have to order from a different company, but I need to wait until I have the money. Between the Marvel Crisis Protocol, which is yay, I purchased those, and the Battletech, which I purchased, which is yay, I purchased. I have 2 or 3 other things that if it shows up at the game shop, I'll buy. I got Ogre because that was a cool thing to purchase. Mm. Mm-hmm. Oh, crud. Ah. I put way too much on here and it got all over the place. I'll just have to touch that up with some black gray. Yeah, that's another thing. The Mega Army kind of was like, wait, I don't want that. That's not the models that I'm looking for. Like, I want the Chorfs themselves with and without, with ranged and melee. I want those two. And I don't mind having a commander. But the bull centaurs, the slaves, the goblin riders, all of those things, I'm like, do I want those in the army? I don't know. Like, I figured I'd start with the 120 infantry. Figure out where I wanted to go from there. It's possible that I'll kit bash a couple of leaders. Because it's not like I don't have other models that have, different arms and stuff that I might be able to use. So, that's why I wanted to start with that. That also gives me some time to figure out basing and all that stuff. So, yeah. So, I'm interested in the project. It's going to happen. I just don't know exactly when, what the timeline will be, or the exact layout of the army force that I choose. But I also have plenty of other projects. So it's not like I'm in a super hurry to do it. Because I have, 4 other army projects planned for next year? Or army-sized projects, I should say. Okay. But I think it's good to have projects. I just need to actually get some of them done. I have so many in progress, like big projects, and I don't usually spend the time needed to just finish what I start. For instance, I only have 47% of my Skaven painted. Like, that's something that I should be working on. That's not including the things that I wanted to add to it. That's just what I already own. I only have 47% done. So... like, I built those new models, and I haven't even gotten those primed yet. I've just been working on everything else. So... you know. Those are things I should probably do. Okay. That is the oily steel. Now to do the same 10 models over again with Mahogany Brown. At least the pouches shouldn't take that long. I'm not doing, you know, this side of the model and that side of the model and this angle and that angle. I did swap over to a smaller brush though. Because it has a fresh tip. Welcome back. There was something I was going to say about something, and then you left and I forgot what it was. Nope, don't remember. Let's see. Oh, one thing. I was saying earlier about how I know a little bit of vocab from that area, but I can't remember which is which dialect. That was something I was saying. That was a while ago, though, so... Let's see. What else was there? We were talking about models of some sort. I don't remember. Oh, there are 2 boxes of models that I'm looking at purchasing right now when they show up. And that is the Uncanny Affiliation and a Sentinel Prime. Those are the only 2 things that I'm currently looking at getting right now. Also, I need to go to a store that sells Gundam because shipping has been horrible right now, and I would much rather buy and have immediately whatever I end up with. Those are the things. Yeah, okay. We're good. Everything's back on track. So. But no, I wouldn't mind picking up more language stuff, but it's so hard when you're not using it ever. So, I don't know. That's just a random thought. Yeah. Like, I took several years of Spanish in high school and college, and I understand the basic stuff. I could theoretically get by if I had to, but so much of the vocabulary is just gone. No idea. I'm sure there's a system that could theoretically be tweaked. I mean, I'm guessing that spells would be something you would want to add to it, not have it in the base. So you could balance better, right? So you could balance without and with. But then you have to know, are you going to do it as one-time use or consistent once you've purchased? I'm not the game dev here. I don't know why I'm not. Everyone else on YouTube is, right? Like, oh yeah, let's create a game. Because dragons. Belts. Come on, belt pouches. If I can get the belt pouches done fast enough, I can go back and do the sand yellow parchment. That would be nice. I mean, I think you have to take a step away from the mechanic to start and figure out what you want the game to be able to do. What you want to be able to do in the game. How complex you want it to be. How, crunchy. And kind of work up from that. That makes sense? When you say invert with yellow, do you mean yellow as the core of the flame or as the top bit? Yeah, I was thinking about that for a while, but I'm going to do I know that I don't know if that was even supposed to be a pouch. I want the core of the flame to be the hottest. It also means that the first layer of red might get a little lost on the gray. Huh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I like the idea. I mean, I did a 2-color flame on this. That was just a 2-hour test drive of Scheme. But I like that it kind of blends into the background. Oof, I'm in my own light. Oh no, I understand that. I'm just trying to explain to you the idea I have, the concept behind it. I want the hottest part to be the center, so that needs to be yellow, or maybe even white on some spots. I know that the flame itself, being red at the tip, is going to fade into the gray a little bit. It might not be as noticeable where the actual flames are until you get 2 or 3 colors in, but I'm okay with that. And I think if I do a few little, like, embers flying around, it might be a little bit better. But the amount of time I spent on the Firstborn Marine is about the amount of time I plan on spending on each one of the flames. Yeah. Yeah. The whole idea of this isn't to get the base coats down like this. It's to practice my freehand, because I've only done freehand on a few models so far. And I want to practice more. But I want to have it on an actually usable kit army. So to practice freehand, I have to paint up a whole army to tabletop quality to then work on the freehand on it. And I figured flames across a full 3,000 plus point Legion of the Damned army would be the best way to do it. Yeah. But I have 2 or 3 different armies that I'm working on slowly, and each of them have a different aspect that I take into account and work on. So like, I'm not going to do any like real edge highlighting on these models because I have a Custodes army that is full of edge highlights. That's what that army is meant to practice doing. So by the time I get freehanding army and edge highlighting army done, I should have a good understanding of both of those concepts. Uh-huh. Yeah. That's a good concept. Absolutely. I wouldn't spend this much time painting if it wasn't relaxing. Or at least enjoyable. Yeah. You know, it's a good day of painting when by the time you're done with the day, you don't want to focus your eyes on anything. Oh, what was it? Tuesday? I think it was. By the time I was done with my stream, my eyes were starting to get really tired because I had painted for several hours before the stream. And I was like, yep, 6 or 7 hours of painting today? That's enough. uh, but I can't do it every day. But it is fun when you get those days where it's like, not only can I do this, but I want to do it. And that project came out pretty good. I just need to do some finishing touches. Oh, absolutely. I've done the whole fishing thing. It's great to hang out with people if you have someone that you want to hang out with and they like fishing. But really, you just sit there with a pole and you eat snacks. Yeah. Jab, 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 jab. Okay. I can understand why I go through my paintbrushes a little bit faster than I should. Like, I should probably be using something bigger than a 3-aught to paint pouches. I have a little bit of paint too far up the... It's like almost touching the ferrule. And I don't constantly just use the tip gently. I sometimes stab it a little bit more than I should. Oh well. That's why I use brushes that are less than $2 a piece. Yep. Winged monkeys, huh? With fezzes? That sounds amazing. You said from Eureka? Do they have other minis from that franchise? Yeah, I knew it was from Wizard of Oz. I was wondering if they have the Gump or TikTok or any of those particular Ozians. Or whatever. Ozians? You know what I'm talking about, right? So I'm gonna take a moment. Be right back. So I have some of... Wow, I need to zoom out a lot. So I have some of these. And my big walkers. Dudes with flamethrowers. No, and of course, you know, and then you got the bigger guys with the multi-barrel stuff. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. The Bulldog, the 6-shooter, I have 7 of them because I bought them when they were on clearance. Because that's actually my Imperial Guard army when I eventually get around to painting them up the way I want to. But yeah, I have... What's my list say? I have... I have 243 Dust Tactics minis. between American and I think mostly American and SSU. But yeah, I think I have plenty to do any other game system that uses the same roughly scaled minis. I just need to get around to painting them someday. I even have a color scheme in mind. Ooh. See, I could see getting into something like that if other people were interested around here. But I also know that the more games I have available, the more likely I am to find someone else that's willing to play. But I think it's cool to have a bunch of different models, and sometimes you want to paint one thing, and sometimes you want to paint another. So I don't know. Oh yeah, that's definitely a thing. You also have a lot more time to not want to be outside. Yeah, see that sounds amazing. I would love to have a group of people like that around here. Like I said, I have to travel about 45 minutes to get to the game shop I go to. There's only one shop closer, and they just do Magic the Gathering. But they're also not really big enough to do war games. Yeah. I totally understand it. Yeah, I can understand that too. But I would love to get some more of my projects further along. I have several that I've been sitting on and not physically. But they're game systems that I own, and I would love to actually get time to paint them, and I haven't done that. Or like, I have Cursed City and Blackstone Fortress that if I had them built, painted, ready to go, I might be able to get some people to just play it as a board game instead of as a war game. You know, just having them ready. Yeah. Yeah, I can understand porcelain being slightly less uh good for terrain, but um I actually have enough time to do the sand yellow. Yeah. Um but yeah, I would love to find more terrain that actually works for a lot of things, because I have several of the GW kits from Kill Team. I have the Marvel Crisis Protocol terrain now. I have some of the Pegasus Hobby stuff. That stuff's nice. I just need to finish painting it. Um, I've built some myself. I could definitely use another 2 or 3 terrain sessions. Um, I was looking at, what is it, Z-scale terrain stuff recently. I'm almost wondering if I want to go slightly larger scale. I don't know. Yeah. Um, I would like to have at least one full game board of, well, I was talking about yeah, the Badger Bunker is really nice to have. Um it's not quite 2-car garage, but it's big. Um I was talking about the Z scale for Battletech. But it's hard to find Z scale sci-fi. So I don't know. I'll keep looking. But I would like to have 2 tables. worth of stuff for each of the game systems. Like, there's some overlap. Yeah, model trains as far as model train stuff as far as terrain for BattleTech. I'm not actually into model trains. I think they're really cool, but that is also way more expensive than any of the things that I do already, and that's scary. To have things that are more expensive than this hobby is, oof. Yep. I would much rather collect models, build and paint them, and play games with them than set up you know, towns and stuff and have the trains go between them. There's a little bit more interaction with other people, which is something that I like about painting on stream. And going to the game shop and playing, and usually losing, but that's okay. But it's the reason why I do these hobbies instead of several others that I could do that, you know. I could watch movies as a hobby instead of this. Or I guess you know, I could do both, but 11,000, yeah. But no, I need some BattleTech terrain at some point in the near future. I plan on building some the hex maps are cool, but I want something beyond that. And the Alpha Strike box stuff is also cool, but I need more than just the one box of that. So plans for next year. Get some BattleTech terrain set up. Finish off another table full for the 28mm stuff. You know, there's always a project going on. I need to finish building and painting the ones I have. Yeah. Movie watching is fine if you're doing it while painting. I mean, I guess I could also say, well, aren't your dwarves done yet? How about your elves? How about your battle tech? Yeah. I don't watch as many movies as I used to. I watch a lot of old movies still. I have considered watching one that just came out though. I hear it's really bad. Or not. I haven't heard that it's really bad. I've heard it's kind of meh. Don't know if I want to watch it. What do you think? Should I watch it? Should I watch the meh movie? Or should I wait until it comes out on cable, or not cable, but streaming? So, as a hint, so the movie I'm thinking about I don't know if that's gonna work. Do I not have that in the screen? Should I go see that movie? I don't know. I mean, Sony's been kind of questionable on the others that they've done. Yep. So, I haven't seen it. I was thinking I was trying to figure out if it was actually worth going to see or not. Okay, 4 guys have their okay. Power through this. Yeah. That's true. If it was the third Spider-Verse movie, I'd be like, yeah, let's go see it. But their live action stuff has been kind of honestly, I don't even remember if I've watched the second Venom. I know I haven't seen the third one. But I don't know. Okay, come on. Purity seals. Down to purity seals. Gotta do them. I mean, I can't really say anything. I remember watching the Street Fighter movie and the original 2 Mortal Kombat movies and Generation X, the movie. And like those movies were not amazing, but I watched them anyway. Oh boy. Four more models worth of purity seals, and then I'm gonna call it for the night. Because I have some editing to do, and I gotta get ready for the game shop tomorrow. But at least I'll have 10 more minis with 3 more colors on them. Maybe the squad will actually do some good on the tabletop, right? We can hope. Huh. I'm trying to decide or figure out how many movies I've actually seen this year. Like, of this year. How many movies have I seen that came out this year? I don't even know offhand. I can't think of any movies. Um... Oh. Deadpool and Wolverine. There we go. A movie that I've seen this year. Wow. Yeah. There, I named a movie that I've seen this year. That came out this year. I don't know if I've seen any other movies that came out this year. Um... Yeah, that's kind of ridiculous, actually. Um, at least it was a good movie. I wouldn't mind watching it again. I'll watch it again when I get Deadpool's mini for MCP. How about that? Yeah. I don't know how much painting I'd get done while watching that. I would much rather watch it. Okay. I still have to do the black on these guys for stuff before I do the Null Oil, but they are now technically 3-color. Plus, well, technically they're 4-color. Because I've already done their base color, and now I've done their metal, leather, and purity seals. So, black, followed by wash, followed by the green, trim, followed by freehand and basing. Alright. But this squad now stands out as actual models. Yay! You can actually tell what they are. I won't get them lost with the intercessors now. Or the inceptors, or infiltrators. There we are. Infiltrators. So, like, this guy, this intercessor, was in with the infiltrators instead of over where he's supposed to be. But let's see. There we go. Yep. So now, yeah, productive. And now they're packed up and ready to go. Well, I haven't put the lid back on, but Yeah, you know, these trays are pretty good, except for when you have guys that are too tall. So the apothecary biologist actually sticks up just enough that I can't put him that way, but I can lay him down that way. So these are pretty nice. I like these containers. Well, until the next time, I hope you all have a good night, day, time zone.